Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Tiny Learn Hub. And let me first close this one and starting from the beginning, okay? And also welcome back to the SQL Interview Lab as well. So today's episode we're going to learn one of the most important SQL concept that every developer should know, that is inner join. So in our previous video we learned how to retrieve the data, filter data, group the records, sort them and limit the results. But in real world application, our data is almost, never sorted in one single table. For example, imagine you are building an e-commerce application. The customer details are sorted in one table and the order details are sorted in another table. So the question is, how do we combine the information for multiple tables? That's exactly what we will learn today. By the end of this video, you will know how the inner join works and when to use it, and also why it is the most frequently asked SQL interview topic. Okay, so let me execute the first query. Okay, yes. So in here, so you can see all our customers are here. Okay, this is a customer table. So each customer has unique customer ID. We also have customer names and city. So notice something very important. Every customer has unique customer ID. This is called primary key. A primary key uniquely identifies every row in a table. We'll use this key in just a moment. Okay. So now I have one question to you guys. So do you think like we should store the customer's complete information in every single time, or should we just store only one unique ID? Think about it. So let me go to the next query. Okay, let me execute this one. So now let's look into this another table, that is order detail. So this table stores all the customer orders. Notice that we have order ID, customer ID, product ID, and also the, let me just expand this so it will be easy for you guys to understand. Okay, yeah. So in here, so as I mentioned, there is customer ID, order ID, product and amount are there in this order details table. But something is missing. So we don't see the customer's name. We don't see the city. Why? Because database avoid storing duplicate information. Instead of storing John again and again for every order, we store only the customer ID. This keeps the database simple, smaller, and it will be cleaner, much more than that, and much easier to maintain. So this concept is known as normalization, and it's one of the key principle of relational database. Now, I have another question to you. Can you tell me who purchases that laptop, or can you tell me where that customer lives? We can do that in this particular one table. I can't see that. So we only have the customer ID in here. So how do we get the customer details? The answer is inner join. So for that one, let me run my next query. Okay. In here, take a look at the results first. Okay, so in the SQL compares the customer ID from the customer table by the customer ID from order details table, and it will both join the particular that two tables on the basis of that customer ID. Okay, whenever SQL find a match in the IDs, is it just combines the both rows, okay, into one results. That's exactly what inner join does, and it returns only the rows that exist in both table. If there isn't a match in customer ID, that row is ignored, and this is why it is called inner join. Now, in the real world example, like imagine you are opening an Amazon account, so you can see your name, city, product you order, price, order status. Do you think Amazon store all that information in one table? Absolutely not. Behind this scene, Amazon joins multiple tables exactly like we are doing here. Okay. So let me execute the next query. So this is our next query. Let, so in here, our previous query works perfectly. Okay. So, but there is one small problem. We should select like every column using select star. Okay. But in real world project, developers really means they are rarely use the select star. Instead, they select only the column they actually need. Notice another important improvement in here that we have introduced aliases. Like instead of writing customers every time, we simply write the C, and instead of order details, we write the O. Okay. So this makes the query shorter, cleaner, and much more readable. Okay. Now let's execute this one. Okay. Now, yeah. So our result is much cleaner now, and we see only the customer names, city, product, and amount which are needed. So this is the perfect way of writing the join queries in professional project. Now let's come to the next query. So let's make this query even more useful. Okay. Suppose the manager asks, like, show me the most expensive orders first. Can SQL do that? Of course. We'll simply combines our inner join with order by. That's it. So let me run the query first. Yes, so this is the result. Now the results are sorted from the highest amount and to the lowest amount. Okay, this demonstrates that SQL clauses can work together, and we are using inner join plus order by in the same query. Now, let me ask you another question. So, without looking at the next query, can you think of how we could calculate the total money spent by each customer? Pause the video and you would like to try it yourself. So let's see the solution for this one. Okay, let me run this query first. So this is one of the my favorite SQL query because it combines the multiple concept, and we have already learned this concept before. So first, inner join combines the two table. Okay. Next is sum calculated, the total purchase amount. Then group by creates one group for each customer. And finally order by sorts customer from the highest spending to the lowest. Okay. This type of query is extremely common in business dashboards, sales reports, and as well as interview questions as well. Okay. So in our interview corner, if you're preparing for any kind of SQL interview, here is a question that interviewers often ask, like, oh, what is the difference between inner join and left join? And inner join returns only matching rows from both table, and a left join returns all rows from the left table, even if there is no matching rows in the right table. Okay, we'll explore left join in our next episode. So there are some common mistake. Before we wrap up, let's discuss that thing first. So first thing is forgetting the on condition. So this can create a Cartesian product. Okay, like returning every row from one table combines with every row from the other. And the second is joining the wrong column, which leads to the incorrect result. And third is using select start when you only need a few columns, and finally not using aliases in large queries, which makes the SQL harder to read and maintain. Now, there are some practice challenge for you. I have one challenge, that is write a query that displays customer name, product, and amount, and sort the results by amount in descending order. Pause the video and give it a try, and checking the solution first after that one. Okay. So this is for today. So what we learned today is that is inner join, that is the most important topic, and why databases use the multiple related tables, how primary key and foreign key works together, how to use the table aliases, and how to combine the inner join with group by, sum, and order by. So I hope this video is totally helpful for you guys. So and if it is so, subscribe to my channel and share it to someone who are actually need for that SQL interview preparation. Okay. In episode 7, we'll explore left join and understand how it differs from inner join using practical example. Till then, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.